Hey guys, Snowman here with you again. Sorry for the noise in the background, but I need to have a fan or two running or I'm going to be breathing sawdust all day. Uh, Decided to show you some of the scroll art that I'm working on. This is the Mustang I've showed you in a previous video. I also have a 60s era Mustang that I'll be doing as well. Uh, and nothing to do but to do it. So, forgive the noise. I'll probably put some music over the scroll saw sound because it can get pretty aggravating pretty quickly. Only problem with cutting out a piece that thin is it tends to get stuck in the works, so you have to stop everything. Well, luckily the cut was over anyways. And oh, yeah, it fell out on its own. Well guys, I just managed to mangle a blade by not setting the blade tension before I turned it on, so I'm going to pause you guys here and put in a new blade. Now the blade, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it on this camera because it is so thin. There we go. I'm using an Olsen 2R. Decided not to go with the 2OR. Well, one because I ran out of them, but I don't like to waste them if I don't have to. Another reason is I went with the 2R because this is 1/4 inch thick ply, so it can hold up to a more aggressive tooth than like an 1/8 inch ply or any other thinner wood. So, plus it still lets me do the amount of detail that I want to do in the piece. So, yeah, this old Craftsman has a multi-piece. See if I can show it to you. Has a multi-piece. Blade attachment, so you gotta be to change blades. It's not like a DeWalt or an Excalibur where you can just undo a thumb nut and or a thumb screw. You actually have to set your blade, set it straight, attach it from the bottom, then attach it to the top, and all of it done with Allen wrenches. So you have to have patience to run this saw. And always, when you put on a new blade, reset the blade tension. There we go. Yep, all that just to get a new blade on. Oh well. I'm grateful to have a scroll saw to work on at all, so I may complain a lot, but I really do love this machine. I've gotten so... Okay. Right then. Having issues with the blade tensioner. Anyways, as I started to say, I've gotten so used to this saw, that's why I've been lucky enough to bring you the things that I've cut out over the time that I've been working on this saw. So, like I said, it may be a pain to deal with in some ways, but it's still a good saw.
What is Guru or who is Guru? The conscience within you is the Guru. The one that guides you. The one that enlightens you. As such, there is a Guru in everybody. As such,
yep. One thing I found out when you're doing detailed work like the reflection lines in the hood here, one thing you can do if you're careful is you can actually use the scroll saw blade as a bit of a file. If you oopsed and missed the line a little bit, you can bring the blade parallel with the surface that has the divot in it and just shave it just enough to clean that oops out of it. I don't know. That's something I do anyways. One thing I love is this This gooseneck lamp, it has magnifying glass on it, but I can position this thing any which way I want to. Because I don't have the best lighting conditions in my room. So this helps me. I can move, well, I'm going to blind the camera if I do that, but I can position it so that when I'm trying to feed the blade in from the bottom, I can actually see the holes pretty well. So now don't worry, I'm not going to finish this piece in this video. It ended up being a 45-minute video, and I don't think you guys want to watch quite that much scrolling.
You came into my life. I don't have to wonder no more. I can feel it all in my soul.
It's soul music.
It's deep down in my soul.
Feel the burn. I can see I got it.
Now I've been sneaking up on the main grill piece here, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut that out before I cut out all the front end shadow lines, because it'll be just the wood will be too weak at that point to cut out this big an area and have the vibration with all these thin lines cut out of it. So I think I'll just cut the grill out first and be done with it. Another thing I find very useful are these little dental tools that my father found. They're great for picking pieces out of scroll work. It just makes life so much easier. One thing you definitely need to watch out for is if you have a cutaway piece that's just flapping up and down on the blade, stop everything before you break something you didn't mean to. Get that piece out of there. There we go. Okay guys, I'm going to pause it here and come back to, I'll video more of it when I'm deeper into the project. At this point I'm just doing some detail lines around the grill, shadow lines for body seams and things like that. I'll get into the bigger cuts like down here in the undercarriage later. I just want to get all the small cuts out of the way so that big cut doesn't weaken the wood so that the vibration cracks it somewhere.
What is Guru or who is Guru? The conscience within you is the Guru. The one that guides you. The one that enlightens you. As such, there is a Guru in everybody. As such, there is a Guru in everybody.
Yeah, that piece was probably less than a 1/16 of an inch thick. Anyways, pause you here, guys, and get some more of the detail work done, and then I'll show you some of the bigger cuts. Well, we're making some more progress here. The grill's done, all the outlines of the windshield and the seats are done. I have one headlight done. Kind of hard to move your finger to point at things when it's opposite to you in the screen. I still have to do the lower grille and the fog light openings and the turn signals. But this one big cut here actually goes all the way up the fender well to the tire, so I'll cut that one out for you guys. Why not? And if I can just figure out where the cut starts. Yeah, when I'm doing cuts this thin, like all the shadow lines, I like to use the smallest drill possible so that I don't widen the cut any more than it needs to be. Well, I completely forgot that this cut connects to the tire tread, so I'm having to argue with it a little bit because I don't want to make the tire tread super wide, so I'm trying to finesse it, and it's arguing with me. Oops. And done. Well, guys, this is part one. So, that and I ran out of tape. So I'm going to have to edit this down into something usable because it's about an hour's worth of taped video. And as always, guys, more to come.